All right, let's get started. Rich Santos coming to you. So the deal is, I'm on my mid-winter break, which means that it's a Tuesday and I don't have work to go to, which means I can do any number of things. I've got three main goals for the day. The first is to replace the passenger mirror on my wife's car. I have the replacement part. So I have a side mirror here, which I'm going to try to install today, because it's going to be about mid-40s, and I should be able to get that done. The problem is this comes in stock black, and the car is not black, so I'm going to first blast it with a coat of the paint, which I'm hoping is a match for the car. It's Phantom Gray Pearl. I think that's the color of the car. I didn't look at any of the actual paperwork. I just ordered it out of it seemed like the best choice at the time. So that's goal number one. Goal number two, I'm going to make a pot of chili because I make big batches of stuff and then I eat that for a couple days. So I'm going to make a chili. And my third goal is later on this evening. My indoor trainer ride today is going to be an FTP test, a functional threshold power test, because essentially my race season comes up in about 8 weeks, give or take a few days. And so I'm entering my third phase of indoor training, which is the specific training phase. So I'm going into a road climbing race training phase. So hopefully we'll have made a little bit of power gain that'll reset the training, so that moving forward for the next few weeks I'll be able to I'll be using an adjusted FTP so that the training is at the proper load. Like I said, hopefully I'll have gone up. It's been 2 days since I did a 36-mile ride on the road, so hopefully my legs are fresh. There's been a sickness in my house. My wife's been sick. My daughter's been sick. But I'm clinging on to health right now, so hopefully that's not going to impact me as well. But let's get cracking on this mirror thing. All right. Well, I've just did a little bit of a masking job on the mirror itself, so I'm going to just blast this plastic housing. The directions say to sand it down. I'm sure that's probably the best thing, but I'm not actually going to do that. All right, you know what? I was a good boy, and I did just blast this with a quick run of fine grit sandpaper just to get a little bit of the sheen off of it, and then I rubbed it down with a moist towel. At least I'm following the proper procedures now. So let's give this a blast with gray. One other thing I should mention is I am in my basement, and I am using an aerosol spray paint. I probably should be outside doing this in the garage, but it's still like 26 degrees Fahrenheit out there, so the paint I don't think would work that well. So I'm doing it inside. But it's going to be fast, and as soon as I'm done with my paint blast, I'm going to be jetting out of this part of the house, going to a different part of the house, and pretty far away. There's no one else in the house. It'll off gas. I think it'll be okay. I mean, probably should I have gloves and a mask on? Probably, but I just want to get this done, to be honest. All right, I just put the second layer of spray paint on the side mirror. It looks pretty good. It doesn't look professional at all. There's maybe a couple runs, but the color looks like it's going to be a match, I think. I haven't compared it to the body itself, but I'm letting that sit, dry. It's going to take about an hour or even more. I don't want to be touching it if it's still tacky. But I'm looking at YouTube videos right now, and I'm about to start making my chili as well, so I'm going to multitask a little bit so that I can be ready to bang that out as soon as it's done, because I'd like to be finished with all of that work so that by about 2:45 this afternoon I can sit down and watch some Premier League. So, got the day off, might as well watch a little footy while I'm at it. Alright, so here's the mirror all painted. I don't know if you can see it that well, but it looks pretty decent. I'm still letting it dry off for a little bit. I'm going to do the removal of the door panel. Here's the damage. So basically the old plastic mirror just got clipped and popped off. But essentially this whole housing, this whole thing comes off, and the only trick with the Corolla is that you have to you got to take off the whole door panel in order to do that, but apparently there's some easy tricks. So anyway, the way I got it set up is I've got my little tablet, which is I'm about 15 feet away from my Wi-Fi router, so I'm going to have good Wi-Fi here, and then I've got the tools I need, which is essentially just some screwdrivers and some putty knives and a little rag just so that I don't damage this door cover. So I don't really think I'm going to show this step by step. I may interrupt once in a while to show it, but this is not a tutorial on how to do this. This is just how I'm spending my day. So far, so good. Got the panel off, which is nice. Now I've just got to take off this little tweeter speaker and don't lose these little bolts, and I think it's going to be pretty much an easy operation from here. I got the old mirror out. And now I just took all the masking off of the new mirror that I painted this morning, and yeah, there's some blemishes here and there, but I gotta be honest with you, whatever. And it does match. I mean, it's a match for the car paint. It's a perfect match, so I got the right one, which is always nice. So I think the install is going to be, let's just do what I just did in reverse. And there's the finished product. That was actually outstandingly straightforward and simple. I gotta tell you the truth. The video I was using from 1aauto.com, man, that guy was super straightforward, super easy to understand. 8-minute video, took me through the whole thing. Man, I don't even know how long that took me. Maybe, I mean, honestly, it took me probably 35-40 minutes, if that. Really straightforward. And you know, I haven't even, well, let's see. I mean, the mirror looks, dude, it looks, I mean, yeah, it's not perfect. It doesn't look like it's straight from the factory floor, but it is not, I mean, no one would ever know. And you know what? Last thing I probably should do is turn on the ignition and see if the electronics work, but I know that the lock was working, and I had unplugged that, so I'll check that. But I feel as if this project can be considered complete. That is sweet.